Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Really? My cat started meowing the moment I unmuted my mic. Hello. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Congrats Inu on getting first. Welcome in, Kid Setting, Rekasu. Hello, everybody. Hi. How's it going? Are you guys having a good Wednesday? It's the middle of the week and man, I'm like, I wanted to be the weekend already. I hope that you guys are having a very good day. We're back at it again. We're gonna be playing some more Choose Wisely Fest games. Today is one that I had my eye on. It's called what is it? Sorry. I know the name. And I had the name up and I completely blanked. It's on my thing. Okay. Quality Dreams Reasonably Priced. It's kind of a mouthful. I heard something about a kitty cat. Yeah. She likes to now go on my footrest and meow loudly at me, demanding pets. Or sometimes food. But right now she's demanding pets. And so I'm trying to keep her appeased so she stops screaming. Problem is sometimes she's just like bad girl hours and she just wants to like scream for no reason, no cause. Okay. Anyways, one moment. Okay. So, Quality Dreams Reasonably Priced. When the devs shot me a message about it, it seemed really, really cool. It's about selling body mods to pay for your sick rabbit's treatment. And they described it as very similar to like Papers, Please and Valhalla and games of the like. And I loved Papers, Please. And I've been told that I would probably like Valhalla. So I'm really intrigued. I like being given a job. I like being given a job in my video games. I don't know what is it about. Give me a task. And I'll do it. So I'm going to play the trailer for us and then we're going to load into the game and we're going to try out the demo. I believe the full game is available. Let me look really quick. And then they also are working on a new game called whatchamacallit? I'm sorry, I should have had this ready. I'm Making a Monster, which is like this really pretty watercolored thing. I emailed them about maybe getting a stream key for their demo. So if I do so, I might later in the week play that as well. So let me put the Steam page. Play this game. All right. So this is to the Steam page. We're just gonna do the demo today, but the full game is available. And who knows, maybe if I really like it, I might just buy the full game. But this is part of Steam Choose Wisely Fest, where a bunch of like indie games are showcasing and streamers are powering with Steam to like kind of bring your attention to them. There's a lot of good games on the list. So let me load up the game. I'm not gonna yap too much because one, it is late. I got out of work a lot later than I expected. And two, I kind of want to make sure like these streams are about the games, you know? So. Let me. Oh, wait. First. We are going to watch the trailer. So hold on. Let me play that first. The art style is also really good. I don't know why the video is lagging a little bit. My apologies. I think my main problem with this game is it's gonna be so hard for me to upsell things. Oh. And like apparently there's like branching routes and stuff like that based off of like your choices. But we have to say nibbles. Okay. So, that's the game. I'm excited for it. Let me, pop over. Boop. Alright. I'm gonna move myself. I think the only problem about moving myself here is I feel like I'm looking off away from the screen, but that's fine. It is what it is. So far, like, when I was loading it up just to make sure that everything sounded good, I was really impressed that they had, like, the content warnings, like, listed out so that you kind of know what you're going in with. And then, some of the things like the transphobia, it's like your choice, and it can also be exited at whatever point you want. So I'm excited for it. Everything I've seen about the art is really cute. I know their new game, the art is really pretty. And we'll get into it. We gotta save our rabbit, guys. We gotta save Mr. Nibbles. Thank you for trying out this demo. We're a 2-person team based in Canada. We hope you enjoy our game. We'd appreciate it if you let us feedback so that we can improve the game, and we hope you enjoy our demo. Also, I'll show you, when I exited earlier, it had a picture of their pets, and you know what? I appreciate that. All I've ever known is the city. All I ever seen are her walls. A glistering metal spike piercing the barren land, embedded deep in its sands. My alarm goes off and I sigh. I'm too tired for work. I leave my apartment building and make my way to the city elevator. I punch in the number for the floor far above mine and pay the fare. I cram myself into the shoebox elevator buried in the city bones. My stomach draws as it begins its descent. I consciously relax in the never-familiar presence of people, trying to force myself comfortable and pull myself awake. It's a shame that time doesn't stop for the weary. Please let me know how audio is, because I can make adjustments, but it's so hard to tell in the moment. 19 minutes later. 19 minutes in an elevator? I think I'd rather die. In an elevator with people? Ugh. The lobby is often quiet. We don't see many clients in a week. I make my way to the coffee machine, blinking back my fatigue. As my mug fills, I notice Baron walk into the lobby. I love the tats. I hate the eyes. Hi, Jen. Got a minute? It's never good when your boss wants a word. No, we are good office drone. We are gonna make so much money. Sure, Baron, what's up? I wanted to have a quick chat to see how things have been going, how I've been settling in, and that kind of thing. If I learned anything in my month working here, it's that this chat will not be quick. Let's talk in your office. He starts walking off, not waiting for my reply. I need the strength. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. I take a sip of my coffee and watch him walk for a bit. Then I let out a sigh and follow him back into my office, dread crawling up my spine. When I come in, Baron has settled where my clients usually sit. He gestures for me to take my seat, and I do, watching him with trepidation. So, Jen, you've been here about a month. How do you feel things are going? Well, excellently still learning. I think, okay, this talk is probably a performance review, and I don't think I'm doing good. So maybe if I use it like, I'm still learning the ropes, we'll will get off easy. I'm not an expert on everything yet, but I'm taking every opportunity to learn and better myself. That's what I like to hear. I'll be frank, Jen. Oh, fuck. I thought you were barren. You're not hitting your targets. Fuck! Okay. And I know, you're new and this is your first job as a psychline and it's been a slow month in terms of clients. I get that. I feel confident that you'll do better once you're in the full swing of things. But just for my own peace of mind, and for your good as well, I'd like to do a little mock client interview. I've been in this situation. I hate this. Well, I haven't been in this situation, but like, I think any talk with my boss and I want to cry. and the like, oh, well, you're not meeting your goals. Like, ugh. Pretend I'm here to get some mods. I really wish I could get specific feedback, but if I know anything about bosses, they just want you to follow along. I swallow a sigh. Alright, welcome to Episage Poetry. I try my best not to cringe when I say that name. How Baron came up with something so awful, I'll never understand. You always start off by introducing yourself. Hi, I'm Jen. My pronouns are any all, and I'll be consulting you on your modifications today. Hello, Jen. I'm Baron, and my pronouns are he, him. It's very nice to meet you. I'm a little surprised. Night Hours! Thank you so much for the bits.
Night Hours just cheered 29 bits.
Hey! How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for the bits. I love the doggos. I hope you're having a good night. It's been a bit. I'm a little surprised you didn't go for a fake name. Okay. So, introductions. What comes after introductions? Hola, Captain. Hola. Okay. How's the game going? We just started. Already started my job. My boss called me into my own office. And now I have to do a mock trial of my job, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm bad at my job. Alright. What comes first? Form or interview? I think form. Before we start, would you mind filling out this form? I don't think there's a need for that. Can't you just ask me about what you need to know? It's just part of the procedure. It's our clinic's standard procedure for you to complete this form before it can conduct our assessment. Just ask me the questions and write my answers into your form. Customers always right. Are we getting fired on our first day? I think we're getting a very poor performance review. Alright. Not so hard, right? Okay. Alright. I forced down my irritation and opened the form. You know what? Jin and I, very alike. Age. Could you tell me how old you are? Try that again. We will go very friendly. Would you mind telling me how old you are? I need it for the form. How old do you think I am? Play along. Oh, I don't know. Maybe 26? You flatter me. I'm 37, but I'm glad that you see me so useful. Okay. Occupation? What's your current occupation? You might not believe it, but I actually own a small body mod clinic. I'm gonna butter up my boss so good, and I'm gonna get Employee of the Month. What a coincidence! Please tell me more. I'd love to. Here he goes again. When my father passed a few years ago, he left me a body mod shop he started and told me to make something good of it. I'm not sure if he meant to do good or be profitable, but I chose to believe he meant to do true good. Yeah, those are tattoos on his head. He owns a body mod shop, and so I'm guessing that he body mod himself because his eyes are also kind of funky. To bring goodness into the world. Like, look at those eyes. So I took the little clinic and I diversified it. We increased the variety and dropped prices. Now more people than ever can access mods. Did it cost me? Of course it did. Well, at the beginning at least. But it was all worth it to give more people access to mods. He loves to tell his story any chance he gets. Well, so what mods are you interested in getting? Oh no, he chopped himself? I guess. He's very... Like, I like the tattoos. I like the lines on the eyes. The eyebrows, great. I do not like the eyes themselves. No. So what mods are you interested in getting? I'm not sure. Maybe something to add a glow to my tattoos. Good choice. That's a good choice. It's really in right now. Are you saying it's unoriginal? Oh, fuck. I just mean it's popular. Okay. Let's pause for a second. Most clients have an idea of what they want, and that's great, but people don't always know what's best for them. Oh, fuck. No! I feel the same way as if I'm a used car salesman or car dealership. You have to learn about them and guide them to the best decision. Best for them? The best decision based on their lives? Yes, but people improve their lives through modding. More often than not, getting mods is the best decision for them. However, you shouldn't push mods on clients when it's really not what they need. Getting mods reversed is very expensive, and often we can't put someone back to exactly how they were before the initial procedure. We don't want our customers to be dissatisfied or asking for refunds. We're trying to bring joy into the world. When mod is a bad call. But what about a scenario where the customer really shouldn't have the mod? Then don't recommend it. We're not here to scam anyone or cause them harm. Mods make people happy, or they should. If a mod isn't helping, then we shouldn't be recommending it. Okay, that's a little more honest. I thought he was gonna be like, well, you know what's best. But I really doubt that'll ever happen. Mods make things better. Maybe this hypothetical customer just didn't find the right mod yet. In that case, your job would be to help them to uncover the mod that's right for them. On that note, let's get back to it. I may or may not want glowing tattoos. That's all the forum questions out of the way. Time to move on to the rest of the interview. What makes you want glowing tattoos? What do you like about them? They look nice, and they're fashion, and they're cheap. What's not to like? What's your budget? What does your budget look like for this procedure? Oh, it's very tight. $3,000 at most. I noted down. Glowing tattoos usually range from $600 to $5,000 depending on its size, features, and whether there is a complete design on the skin. Will that be a problem? No, not at all. We pride ourselves on offering high-quality modding at a low cost. Ha! I remember from his little, like, spiel about his company. He's like, we want low cost. That makes me so happy to hear. That I believe. You'll need to take the rest of the day easy once you've had the procedure. Thank you for watering the cacti. Alright, let's see what you get. 19! Hey! Can you make time for that? 11? No. Questioning. What's wrong? You can't ask like that. You need to ask nicely, like, do you have any plans for after the procedure? Sorry, as a medical professional, this is sending me. I'm gonna ask why. Why do I need to say it that way? It sounds better, more friendly, less medical. That's why. Okay. Okay. All right. Great. Do you have any plans for after the procedure? Not particularly, just going to head home, maybe spend the following weekend with some friends. Now that wasn't so hard, was it? Agree. I'm buttering him up. I'm buttering him up. I'm gonna be Employee of the Month. No, it wasn't. Good. Alright, I think we've got what we need. Let's move on. No, that's no good. Talk to me more first. Build rapport. It's better if you talk to them for longer. Doesn't that just mean I see fewer clients in a day? People like to feel important and looked after. You want to make them feel special, like you care about them. Sorry, I'm going to pull out my footrest. A little bit comfy, cozy. I so care about every single client wanting a body mod. And when people talk a lot in conversations, they leave with a more favorable impression of you. So get them talking and keep them talking. Seem interested in what they have to say. It is manipulative, but we're here to sell. Conversation topics. What is there to talk about? Can't you make small talk? Ask them about their work, hobbies, whatever. How friendly do you expect me to be with clients? Enough to be personable, to make them like you. And if it seems like they feel better with friendly, then you should be even more friendly. Aren't there professional psych client boundaries that I should be minding? Oh, don't worry about that. It's not like you're doctor or licensed for that matter. Oh, fuck, I'm not licensed. Oh, this is a back alley mod shop. You're a salesperson, not a therapist. Will having longer client sessions impact my salary or commission? No, why would you think that? I'm not going to say seems manipulative. I know it's manipulative. Before we get back to it, I want to make sure you understand that you're a salesperson first. It's fine to form connections. I encourage it even. It usually makes the selling go better. Remember, you're not a therapist. You don't have to abide by any rules. I like talking to clients and getting to know them. It's the best part of my job. But when Baron talks about it like this, something about it feels vile. Ethical implications twist in my stomach. Oh, do you have any hobbies? As a small business owner and entrepreneur, my work takes up most of my time. The cops are coming in now for this illegal mod shop. I know. Maybe because we're not actually installing the mods, we don't need a license. It feels weird though. But I do quite enjoy music. Oh, any recommendations? Is there anything you recommend? Of course! I listen to many genres. Neoclassical punk, ferocious flute sounds like it would go so hard. Pop folk metal, I will listen to. Is that an actual thing? Can I find pop folk metal? I think I need that in my life, actually. Pop folk metal. Underground M-pop. What is M-pop covers? But you probably like Birdsong and Symbols Volume 3. It's a concept album about childbirth expressed through birdsong when chimes in. Hold on, I'm gonna move this up a little bit. There we go. Sorry, the top bar was bothering me. Maybe. Okay, that'll be fine. It's a little cut off, not bad. Feels pretty illegal and manipulative. It does, doesn't it? I don't think I would like Birdsong Symbols Volume 3. It's a must listen if you're looking to expand your music repertoire. I'll check it out, thanks. It definitely won't. Do you compose or just listen? I experiment, but I wouldn't call what I create music. It's much too crude for that. What do you like most about music? That's such a wide range of experiences, emotions, visions, and memories can even evoked through only our ears. Although we do offer mods that make music multi-sensory experience. Though you know that, of course. A much better job, well done with the small talk. It helps you and keeps me happy. I feel like I'm really getting my money's worth. We are going to kiss ass. We're gonna be employee of the month in no time. It's good to get practice in. Happy to be of help. How do you like your job? Oh, I love it. It makes me happy to know I'm doing so much good. Good? What sorts of good things do you do? Oh, well, you may have heard, but we're the cheapest mod shop in the city. Mods in higher and safer environments have never been more affordable. Mods make people happy. More people can get mods here. Ispo facto. You get it. You know this. Alright, I think I've got what I needed. Let's move on. To the recommendation. Excellent. I look over my notes detailing my talk with Baron. They're only a mess of advice and intentional obfuscation. So I think you better recommend me. I don't like the intensity of his stare. Can we calm down? Recommend procedure. You'll be happy to hear that I do recommend you then. Great! My reasoning being that it suits him. Glowing tattoos would suit you well. You really think so? And what if I want high-end version that changes color depending on my environment? What would you say? Encourage spending more. Then I'd try to convince you to spend outside your budget if the higher end model is what you really want. Oh, you bet it is. Great, that's exactly what I like to hear. Car salesman. Car salesman. And they're wanting something special? Well, maybe we can stretch the budget. Actually, that's a house salesman. That's real estate, baby. Oh, your budget? I watch House Hunters. Oh, your budget is like 100,000. Well, if you want everything you want, we might have to stretch the budget a little bit. And now for my favorite part. And what would that be? The upselling and cross-selling. You know, or should know, you check that catalog in front of you and pick some options you think I'd like. Pitch them to me, but don't push too much. You'll come off annoying. I open my tablet. Oh, God. Oh, interesting. Okay, what about fang teeth? Because I don't think these are good. Okay, I think that makes sense. Picked everything out? Good. Now I can check this handy tablet in front of me and see all the goodies they're offering. Have you considered getting fang teeth? Fits his vibe. I feel like they fit your vibe. I don't think I give off spooky vibes, do I? I meant that the teeth give off a cool, suave feeling, which does fit your vibe. Oh, I see. Excellent. I suppose I must get the teeth then. I feel like I've sold a fair amount based on Baron's hypothetical budget. I don't want to push things too much. Do we need to go over all the logistic elements? Baron waves a hand. No, that's fine. If I decide to actually get anything, I'll speak to Sol directly. Let's go over my feedback and then we can wrap up. I take a slow breath. This'll be good. Great job learning from your mistakes. I appreciated how you recovered after we spoke about your chatting with clients more. You took the feedback well, so take credit for that. I know I'm not always the best at delivering my comments. And in the end, you made a good decision. Now, as for your efforts at the cross-selling, you could have tried selling me more mods. I barely bought anything extra. Alright, that's all for today. Good work. Tension I hadn't realized was holding releases from my shoulders. I look forward to seeing your progress. I watched Baron leave, feeling a bit shaken. Things went well overall, but I know Baron will continue keeping an eye on me. After staring at paperwork for a few hours, the clock ticks over to leaving time. I let my gaze linger over my office to make sure I'm not forgetting anything, then I leave to begin my trek home. We didn't even sell anything today. Damn. Slow day. I climb the stairs to my apartment and shut the door with a sigh. I hear a slight rustling and look around. Nibbles is watching me from her cave. Nibbles! This is our sick rabbit. This is who I will kill for Nibbles. Oh, Nibbles Dandelion. Oh, God. That is so cute. Seeing her always fills me with warmth. Let me check her food. I check her food and notice she's eaten less than usual. I refill her water and wonder if my worry is warranted. I glance at the time. The vet should be calling soon. I'm giving her a treat. I grab some washed kale from the fridge and offer her Nibbles. She perks up a bit and starts munching in a corner. I'll get her some more later. I open the door to the fence around Nibbles' hutch. She slowly hops forward, settling down on the rug next to me. I can't tell if she's moving more slowly than usual or if I'm just projecting. I give her a small pat and sigh softly. I rub Nibbles' forehead gently. She seems to relax a bit. I'm gonna clean up my dishes. I have some dishes from last night I haven't dealt with. I wash each by hand and drop them on my 2 tall stack of dry dishes. That's gonna be a problem left for tomorrow. True mood real. I look around, feeling listlessness rising in my chest. I need to do something while I'm waiting for the vet to call. Play with Nibbles. I grab some of Nibbles' favorite toys and throw them and place them around her. She glances towards them, but seems disinterested. The area between my ribs radiate outwards. Unpack. I moved down this apartment about 2 months ago. I couldn't afford my old one anymore. I look around in the space that doesn't quite feel home and can't help but notice all the ways it's worse. The room is too small for all my stuff. Much of it still sits in half-unpacked boxes. The further from my new job, adding time to my commute and shifting my sleep schedule, I still wake bleary some days. And no amenities are included. The savings come at expense of my comfort. Home does not feel like the place of rest. Mechanically, I pull objects from boxes and try to find room for them in the overstuffed cupboards and drawers. After about 2 boxes, my brain starts to hurt. I'll leave the rest for another day. I'm gonna read. I pick up the book that's been long abandoned on my nightstand and flip it open. I should get it back to my friends soon. They're probably missing it. I sit on my bed, lean up against the wall, and let myself settle back into the story. After about 20 minutes, my phone rings. Answer the phone. I hit a button on the side of my earpiece. Hello? Hello, this is Dr. Monk's office calling back with the test results for your rabbit Nibbles Dandelions. Oh yes, thank you for managing such a quick turnaround with the test results. We understand how important this information is to our clients. The speaker on the other side of the line clears their throat. Unfortunately, the test came back positive. Your rabbit is suffering from... The voice turns to static in my mind, and I feel my hands start to shake. I stand there staring at the wall, keeping still as I can. Hello, is everything okay? Goal-oriented, what are our next steps? What do I do now? We'll need to schedule Nibbles Dandelion for surgery. My blood runs cold. Is she gonna be okay? How much is this gonna cost? Details? What will happen in the surgery? We'll remove the infected organs. After, we'll put Nibble Dandelion on an antibiotics regimen, and in a month or so, she should be fully recovered. Alternative treatments? Are there any alternatives to surgery? This is the option with the greatest chance of success. Alternatives require prolonged treatment and are not guaranteed to permanently cure Nibbles Dandelion. The risks? Are there any risks to having this surgery? We've performed this procedure many times. There is very little risk, about as much as getting a nano-animated tattoo. Very low risk, then. Okay, thank you. Cost? How much will the surgery cost? The procedure will cost $17,000. That's a lot more money than I have in savings. Is there any option to pay by installments? No, we require full payment up front. Okay, alright. I try to keep my voice from sounding as shaky as I feel. How soon will the surgery be? We can schedule you in for next week Sunday. That's 13 days from now. Can Nibbles wait that long? Will that be enough time to get the money to cover the surgery cost? Okay. Okay, thank you. I notice I'm biting my lip and stop. Because I don't want to go shorter. Because I don't know how much money I can make. But I don't want to go longer. Because I don't know how long Nibbles can live. So we just got to do it. We finalize the appointment details and I hang up the phone. I look down where Nibbles is flopped on the floor. My heart sinks. Saving $17,000 in 12 days, well, 11 work days, isn't impossible, but I don't feel good about my odds. I sit down next to Nibbles and run a hand through her fur. I can't imagine losing her. I don't remember making dinner, and the food is tasteless when I eat it. I keep glancing over at Nibbles, reassuring myself she's still there. The apartment feels more cramped than usual. I usually keep the window closed, but today it makes the walls feel like they're closing in on me. Before I head to bed, I open my banking app to pay my utilities. Might be best not to keep paying for so many luxuries, at least until I've saved up enough for Nibbles. Okay. So, in the full game... Oh, man. Ad removal. Noise block. Oh. Okay, well I can't do anything about this, so. Takes me too long to fall asleep. I turn back and forth under the sheets, unable to feel comfort or stop my spinning mind. Sleep. I wake up and realize I don't hear the sound of my alarm. I blink and notice there's too much light in the room. I check the time and have a bucket of cold water falls over me. I need to leave for work an hour ago. I quickly rush and get dressed and refill Nimble's food and water and then grab my lunch and run out the door. Halfway to the elevator, I start worrying that I have a client interview booked for this morning. I spend the rest of the trip to the clinic bouncing between dreading being late and hoping I misremembered it's tomorrow. I step in the clinic and a notification pops up letting me know there's a client waiting in my office. I curse, grab the client's file from behind the reception desk, and make my way to the consultation room. I'm only a few minutes late to the appointment, but a splash of guilt still runs down my throat. I muster a smile, gently, and open the door. The customer is sitting in one of the chairs. They seem to be engrossed in a tablet, probably working. Let me apologize. Sorry for the wait. Welcome to Envisaged Poetry. I always cringe a bit at the client's name. I'm Jin. I use all pronouns. How can I help you today? They look at me from where they're sitting. Good morning. I'm Ocean. Ah, I like Ocean. This is the room for consultations, right? They look to be in their early 20s, but their composure makes me think they're older than they look. There's a conviction in the way they sit. I relax a bit. Clients who know what they want are always easier to deal with. Yes, you're in the right place. Usually I have some time to prep before my meetings. I clench my hand around the data chip. It probably won't be an issue to ask the moment to get myself oriented, but I can't get a good read on this client yet, and the wealthier ones can sometimes be unreasonable. He seems to know what he's doing. They seem to know what they're doing. Probably won't be an issue to ask for a moment to get myself oriented. I don't think they'll mind. Let me check the file. If you wouldn't mind giving me a moment to catch up, my morning has been a bit busier than I expected. No worries. Ah, they're so good. Okay. What are you? Near the top of the file, I find Ocean he, they, 27. Under the line of work section, I find a brief exclamation of a small gardening business. I find the section detailing the mods Ocean likes. Seems like standard gender-affirming care. It's a pretty straightforward procedure with a few days recovery time. I finish scanning the file and close it. This should be enough for the starting point. Now to learn more about what OSHA is looking for and why. So you're looking to get gender-affirming work done. That's correct. The next question I need to ask is probably not the most respectful or kind, but it is part of the standard procedure for the consultations. Try to ask tactfully. Are there any factors motivating you to make this change? Well, I mean, aside from the obvious. What do you need to know? To understand. I'm just trying to understand you better. Knowing you're looking for will help me recommend options. They sigh. I socially transitioned some time ago and started taking hormones sometime after that, but being honest with myself is something I've had to learn. About a year ago, I realized that I'm not happy with how things are. I'm uncomfortable when I see myself in the mirror. I don't like parts of my body. And I can understand that now, so I want to take the steps to make myself happier. Okay. You said you figured this out a year ago. Why wait till get the mods? I've been saving up for the procedure. I've done my research, and I should have the right amount to cover everything I'm looking for. I'm happy that you're in a comfortable place to get this done now. Thank you. I've covered all the required information, but it might be helpful to get to know Motion more before moving forward. And the Baron will not be happy if he finds out that I didn't keep the conversation going for longer. Can I ask more about you? Depends on what you want to know. Tell me about your hobbies. Do you have any hobbies? I'm really into tea, actually. Could you tell me a bit more about tea? What do you want to know? What's your favorite aspect? What part do you like most about tea? I like figuring out how to express flavors. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. I think what I like is more the process of transforming plants into tea, and then again transforming leaves into beverage. I think that's a cool way to look at it. I understand being mesmerized by transformation to become better or more comfortable with yourself or someone new. Ocean nods. Yeah, exactly. What got you into tea? As you know, I'm a gardener. I work with a large variety of plants, including those that leaves are used on herbs or for teas. I start growing a few at home and selling prepared teas to coffee shops. What kind of teas do you like? Oh, all kinds really. I've gotten into mushroom tea recently. Have you tried it? No, I never heard of it actually. Well, if you ever get the chance, you should try some. It's quite unique is a good word, I think. Sounds like a must-try experience. Ocean pauses, seeming to think for a second. Would you be interested in buying my tea sometime? I could even let you try some mushroom tea. He smiles, but it feels a bit forced. I can tell they're nervous about my answer. Ocean's tea seems to hold a lot of importance. Do I have to pay for it? I don't have a lot of money. I'd love to try your tea sometimes. Ocean smiles, trying to hide her relief. Well, you won't regret it. I'm sure I won't. What's your plans after the mods? Do you have anything planned after the procedure? Why do you ask? I think we're gonna go practical. You'll need to refrain from strenuous activities for some time after your procedure, but checking won't interfere with any of your plans. I'm planning a small trip with the friends to celebrate. Should be undemanding. What are you planning for your trip? Oh, it's just a visit to the mid-floor resort. Nothing exciting, really. Oh, there must be more to it than that. Which resort are you visiting? One of the biodomes. I think, like, on one hand, I'm like, oh man, that'd be really cool to have, like, different floors with different interiors and stuff like that. On the other hand, this is a dystopia, and the thought is also horrifying. One of the biodomes. Oh, which one are you visiting? I know it's kind of boring trip idea, but I really wanted to see all the plants in the jungle one. Cool plants. Well, I'm excited for you to see all the amazing plants. Yeah, they have a few rare ones whose seeds are only kept by the biodomes. They freeze suddenly. Sorry, this probably doesn't interest you. It doesn't matter if it interests me. I want to hear about it. If it interests you. Today we were talking about you after all. You're right. I suppose we are. How long is the trip? Just a few days. I can't afford to take any longer away from work. I really get that. I don't think I'll be able to afford a vacation for at least a year. Realistically, a lot longer though. I'm sorry, you can take all the time you want. I'm sorry you can't take all the time you want. Ocean smiles a bit, acknowledging the shared experience. It is what it is. Oh god, yep. It is what it is. Have you got an itinerary plan? Mostly just spending time with my friends and exploring the biodome. Maybe looking at some of the plants they've got there if my friends don't mind me dragging them along. Mostly... Sounds exciting. I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun. That's the goal. Well, I'm sure you'll have a great time. Thanks. I saw that you work as a gardener. And? What's your work like? Lots of hands-on stuff. Enjoyed the plants, but their customers can be a bit... He laughs a little bit. I'm sure you know. Could you tell me more about your work? It's hard to find jobs that you like when you're born on the floors near me, but I really do love plants. What do you love about plants? I always felt like they accepted me unconditionally. As long as I looked after them, they looked after me. Aw, that's sweet and sad at the same time. And they never see me as anyone but myself. I'm so happy to hear that you got something like that in your life. Having those kinds of support can be really helpful. Ocean hums in agreement. What's your work environment like? I tried to deliver the question neutrally, not wanting my curiosity to overwhelm or alienate. Ocean raises an eyebrow. You mean, do I work in a real sunlight? Oh, yes, sorry, Ocean laughs, cutting me off. It's fine, really. Most people ask. Not all my clients are high enough up, but a lot of them get most direct sunlight. I've never worked for anyone with unfiltered light, though. God, I can imagine. I struggle to keep the awe off my face. I know, it's pretty wild. To not have sunlight? Oh, God. So depressing. Nothing a low floor guy like me would have ever dreamed of. What's the sunlight like? Well, it's about as bright as it is here on the mid-levels, but it's also warm. It's like light itself carrying the heat with it. It took me some time to notice. Oh, I got an achievement. Learn something hot about Ocean's child. Some time to notice, but I promise it's there. And the higher up you are, the warmer it is. That's amazing. I don't try to hide the wonder in my voice. Yeah, it really is. Who makes up your typical clientele? Usually upper floor people with big lots that they want to fill with garden to rub in their neighbors' faces. Sometimes some mid-floors can afford to add a bit of nature to their homes. Do you like any of your clients? Or are they all stuck-up pigs? Ocean laughs. No, some aren't so bad. Some are even nice. Usually it only bothers me when they don't listen to my opinions or don't want to pay fair price for my work. That's understandable. What kind of work do you do? Mostly garden design, arranging and planting, and maintenance. Sometimes customers ask for convoluted work, and while I can make the plants do what I need, I much prefer to let them grow as they like. To work with them is to achieve shapes and colors I need, you know? Do you do any work with modded plants? Occasionally, but I try to avoid it when I can, especially if there's natural alternatives available. How come? It bothers me when mods change the plant's nature, like making a plant that prefers all shade for sun. Feels like that's tampering with the plant's nature, its truth, its personality, really. I think some things aren't meant to be malleable. I can see that. It makes a lot of sense. Ocean inclines their head in agreement. I look over my notes. It's time to make the recommendation. I need to save another 8,668 for over the next 12 days to afford the surgery removals. If Ocean has the procedure done, I'll earn at least 16,000. Well, I'm going to recommend it. Based on what we discussed, I can easily recommend that you go forward with the desired procedure. A wave of relief rolls over Ocean. That's great. I don't think like there's a reason to not recommend it, to be honest. We discussed what Ocean's looking to get done, and I put together a suggested plan. Now it's time to see if I can get Ocean to agree to buy something more. I looked down my catalog. What kind of mods would Ocean like? Let's see. I think facial hair and voice I can upsell. I don't know about sharper eyes. We'll try that. Alright, that seems good. There's a few mods I'd like to talk to you about. You'll be able to see the models and prices in the tablet in front if I bring them up. Sure. Have you considered customizing your voice as a part of transition? We can offer a custom voice creation, and the mod would give you more pronounced Adam's apple. This mod would complement your planned mods well. People often buy them together. Ocean swipes through a few models on the tablet. I'd be down for a funky modded Adam's apple. This one looks good. Great! And then what about facial hair? Have you considered custom facial hair? I have facial hair. I shave. But that would, like, remove patchiness, because I feel like that would be the concern. We can get it grow more evenly. That's enough. I just like being clean shaven. No problem. That's probably enough cross-selling. There's only so much Ocean is willing to spend. I settle on the procedure details and explain the remaining information to Ocean. Next, our client surgeon, Dr. Soul, will give you a quick physical to double-check your fit for the procedure. Once you've gotten a clean bill of health, I'll schedule your operation date. After that, at that point, I'll also take your deposit, which will be half the total cost. Sound good? Ocean smiles, attention uncurling from their shoulders. Sounds great! I return his smile, and we shake hands. Theirs feels firm and welcoming. We walk out of my office together. A bit later, having seen Soul set up Ocean's appointment and gotten their deposit, I return to my office to get started on the post-session paperwork. A few hours later, I hear a knock on the wall by the open door to my office and look up. Got a minute? Yeah, sure. That's the doctor. Okay. Are you going to tell me I did a good job? I need to run down to Wingerden and place an order. Should take less than half an hour. They have our payment information on file. Look, I really need to finish this paperwork. Then finish it once you're back. You'll have time. Baron doesn't care about the paperwork anyways. You know what? I'm not arguing with her. I'm just gonna go. Alright, I'll go. What do you need me to get? Soul hands me a list. It's all here, and the bag is in its usual place. Just give that to the wind guard and she knows what to do with it. Feel free to call me if you have any questions, or if they give you trouble. Trouble? What do you mean trouble? Soul shrugs slightly. You'll know how Wintergarden gets. No. Before I have time to follow up, Soul gives away and walks back into my office. I look down at the list she gave me and sigh. Guess I'm off to Winnie's. A trip to Winnie's shop is uneventful. I make one wrong turn, but I notice pretty soon after. Before I know it, I'm approaching her stall. Ooh. No, I won't be going lower than that. Stop asking. Winnie's voice carries down the street. I never heard her sound so stern. If you want to pay that much, find some 2-bit hack who will sell you defective junk. When you decide you put up the quality parts into your body, you'll crawl back here. Of course, by then your flesh will be rotting around, half-baked amps and shoddy nano-components, your kidneys failing from filtering deluge of filth pumped into your heart and back through your body. Oh goddamn, okay. I'll laugh in your face and remind you about today. Then I'll charge you double, and you'll pay it, because you'll be so desperate for something good. Now get the fuck out of here. You're not worth more of my time. Yeah, fuck you, Winnie. The customer spits and turns away, almost bumping into me as I approach the stall. I didn't see you there. Gin from Visage Poetry. I can't. That's a very, very bad name, Baron. I'm also agreeing with Gin. Is everything alright? Oh, sure. Just a customer trying to haggle me down, thinking they've got more power than they do. This is my shop. My word is final. Sometimes people just need a friendly reminder of that. I get that. Sometimes our clients make really unreasonable demands. Exactly. I knew you'd understand. Do you get customers like that often? Often? No. Usually my reputation filters out dregs like that. I pulled the list out of my pocket. Soul gave me this, and it has everything we're looking to buy. She mentioned you have our payment info? That I do. Hand over your list. Let's see what we can do for Soul, They give it a quick glance over. I've got most of this in stock, but the last bit you'll need to wait for. I'll drop that off myself. Everything else I'll give to you haul back today, alright? Yeah, sounds good. I don't want to argue with that. What? I'm gonna wait? Nah. That's what I like to hear. When he takes the bag I brought from the clinic and begins moving around her shop, picking items off the shelves and bags. They pause when they spot a bin half slid under the table. She looks back at me and then the bin. How would you feel about a bit of side work, Jin? Side work? Maybe, considering I need money for my rabbit. I wouldn't say no to an opportunity. I've currently got an excess of eye mods, telescopes, microscopes, color diffs, dark vision, electromag, sharpeners, basically the lot. If you could sell them off for me, I'll kick you back 15% of my profits. Not a bad deal, I think. I mean, we have to upsell things anyways. Not a bad deal at all. Glad to have you on board. They hold out their hand and we shake. She hands me a much fuller bag. This is for you. I suppose I'll be seeing you more often now that Soul can send you instead of coming herself. Winnie Nut turns and I follow her gaze to see a customer approaching. It was nice chatting, Jin. Come back again soon. She offers a mock salute, then steps away. Thank you. They offer away without turning back. I reposition the bag over my shoulder and head back to the clinic, Winnie's words circling through my head. When I get back to the clinic, Soul is working in the lobby. She looks up and sees me in the bag. Is that everything? There's a bit more Winnie will drop off later. Soul lets out an acknowledging noise and holds out a hand for the bag. I could take it to your office. Do you want me to drop it in your office? I'm asking you to hand it to me now. Why would I want you to take it to my office? I'm trying to be nice and caring and a good coworker. So you wouldn't have to carry it there yourself. I understood what you meant. I'm asking why you didn't listen to what I said. You know what? Fine. Sorry, here. I hold out the bag and she carries it a few steps over to the counter. She quickly opens it and begins to rummage. Looks good. Thanks for grabbing it. She pauses and looks back up at me from the bag. How is Wingurden? Eccentric. They're a bit unconventional, but not in a bad way. Okay. And then they didn't do anything weird. And they didn't do anything weird, did she? Such as? Weird in what way? Anything that seemed out of place, unprofessional, or made you uncomfortable? Or just anything you'd want to talk about? I don't think the yelling at a customer was unprofessional. And the kickback offer, is for me, so no. Nope, nothing of note. Okay, good. You'll let me know if they do. Of course. Soul takes a glance at the clock on the reception computer. Why don't you head home? I'll cover with Baron if he asks. I'll finish my paperwork first. I only have a little bit left. If you insist, we can leave together later then. Aw, okay, alright, yeah, I'll ride down the elevator with you. Soul turns and walks back to her office. Was she waiting for me? Later that day. After finishing her work, Soul and I leave the clinic together. We chat idly on the walk to the elevator. It's a bit busy, and I let her take one ahead of me. She thanks me, and I hide my mixed feelings behind a smile. I didn't want her to see what floor I was getting off at. I get home exhausted and collapse on my bed. After a bit, I roll to the side and notice Nibbles watching me. Aww. I'm gonna sing her a song. I pick a popular tune and change the lyrics to make the song about Nibbles on the fly. She doesn't react, but it makes me smile. I do the same thing to my dogs. So you know what? Real one. Real and true. I roll back off my bed and open the door for her hutch. She watches for a bit before slowly making her way to her favorite spot on the rug. I tried rolling one of the Nibbles balls towards her. She glances at it but doesn't push the ball back to me like she usually does. She's not her usual self, and it hurts to see her this way. My worries circle in my head, saving $8,668 in 10 more days. I sigh and roll back onto my bed. Not impossible, I remind myself. There's still a chance. Today went well. Tomorrow will too. I'm gonna make dinner. I spend some time making dinner, then clean everything up. Grimly, I open my banking app and check things over. So I'm not allowed to do any of these, so Daily earnings. Ooh, okay, we're getting closer. By the time I get back to bed, I feel drained to my bones. I wake up the alarm and sigh contently. It's nice to not be in a rush. I make a low-effort breakfast and take a quick shower before getting changed, being nibbles, and heading to work. I have another appointment today. A larger part of me than I like to admit hopes it'll be someone looking for an expensive procedure. As I enter the clinic, I note a message from Baron. The client's file is waiting for me on my work tablet. I make myself a cup of tea and carry it carefully to my office. I sit down, take a sip, and swipe the client's file. I'm expecting them to arrive just afternoon. Baron left a note at the bottom of the file saying to watch myself with this one, which makes me a bit nervous. This one's gonna be, bit difficult, I feel. He rarely butts in, saying that he prefers to leave the human aspect to the psych line, which is fair, that's what he's paying me for. Whoever's coming in must be important. I swipe open the file on my tablet. At the top of the file, I see Florence Sandarine, she, her, 34. Florence Irene must be an upper floor. No wonder Baron gave me a heads up. It's unusual for us to get top floor clients. They usually go to nicer clinics. Well, an upper client explains why Baron also told me not to ask about her budget. Under the line of work section, I find a really long explanation that can be summarized as stay-at-home spouse. There's also a brief mention of an interview show she hosts. It seems like a hobby project. The section detailing the mods Florence Sandarine would like are much shorter than I'm used to. It seems like she's coming in for a voice change. It's technically a difficult procedure and not that common since it's expensive and impossible to completely reverse. The recovery time is usually less than a day. From her file, Florence Sandarine seems like a pretty typical upper floor trophy spouse. There's a few things that don't entirely line up. They don't seem relevant to the consultation. I close the file and clean up my office in a bit. The fact that I'm seeing the upper floor client has got me a bit more nervous than I like to admit. I never met with an upper floor client. We can't access most of the higher end mods, and even if our clients could afford them, nor can we offer a level of service they often expect. Before I know it, there's a gentle knock on my door. She's pretty. I don't know what that funky thing around her neck is, but she's pretty. At the sight of Florence Sandarine, I freeze momentarily. Hi, you can call me Florence, she, her. She smiles a little, and I have to remind myself to breathe. I can't remember the last time I saw someone so beautiful. I'm gonna act normal. I force myself to move and pull the door the rest of the way open. I wrestle with the hope that the warm smile on my face and I wrestle what I hope is a warm smile on my face and gesture her inside. Hi, Florence. I'm Jin, and any pronouns are fine for me. She steps past me into the office, looking around slowly. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for looking after me today. She sits and her gaze turns back to me. I feel myself growing flustered. Customers aren't usually like this. The pleasure is entirely mine. I thank you for choosing envisage poetry. It takes all my effort to say the words casually and withhold my inadvertent cringe. For your consultation today. Of course, I heard good things about your clinic. It feels like I'm swallowing around a rock in my throat. Or maybe that I forgot how to breathe or how to hold my body like a normal person. I'm so glad that our positive reputation precedes us. I am too. She smiles a little again, and I think my heart forgets how to beat for a few seconds. You know what, Jen? Real and true. I need to pull myself together if I'm going to get through this. I sit down and try and refocus. I'm gonna ask questions. I should get to know her better so I can best understand what she's looking for. Let's do... Her name's Ming. Florence Sandarine. It's a beautiful name. Does it mean anything? Florence drops her gaze, making her smile seem a bit sadder. Comes from the Latin word florentius, which means blossoming, flourishing, and prosperous. Sandarine is a play on Sandrine, which itself is a version of Alexander from Greek Alexandros. It means to defend man. Together, my name is meant to be a blessing, to provide me with good fortune and protect me from peril. No wonder it's so lovely. I can't say something as cheesy as his loveliness only pales in comparison to your own, or rank my man for something poetic for getting up. It suits you well. She nods once, accepting the compliment. That's very kind to say. Thank you. Now I understand that you want to get a voice alteration procedure. That's why I am here. Her fingers weave and slide along each other as she speaks, and I try not to stare at them. Does she feel nervous? This is a very simple and straightforward procedure. Florence's fingers settle, and she smiles. Yes, I'm aware. Thank you for trying to reassure me. I have faith in your clinic's abilities. Why do you want to get your voice altered, if you don't mind me asking? Not at all. I understand this is part of your responsibilities as a psych line. You probably don't know, but there's a trend going around for having perfectly sweet and loathing voices. Since mine is so mundane, it might slight my family's reputation should it remain unchanged. I'm trying to sell her voice. I can't compliment her voice right now. You're right to assume I'm unaware of upper floor trends. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way at all. It's just... I laugh and wave her off. No worries at all, I understand. I was just going to ask you to elaborate a bit on the trend. Florence flushes slightly, still clearly a bit embarrassed, before settling herself. Of course, as you may imagine, when perfection is possible, it becomes ubiquitous. Lacking it becomes unfashionable. Sometimes it takes some time to realize that certain attributes have perfect form. Recently, people have taken note of what they think makes perfect voice. It is now expected to sound a certain way, and alternatives such as voice training create the appearance of lacking the means to get modifications. What happens if someone fails to be perfect, if they are seen as unfashionable? Ostracization, social exile, rejection. Of course, this would reverberate to the person's work, their friends, their family. Everyone would drop them lest they also be burdened. You mentioned your family earlier. Could you tell me a bit more about them? I'm not sure how much there is to tell. They want what's best for me and have provided me with a comfortable life. Her gaze dims a bit, and I wonder if this line is one she has recited often. You mentioned a comfortable life. What does that mean to you? I suppose it means not wanting for anything, having a good husband, being well regarded, that kind of thing. I suppose this all sounds idyllic to you. Not that I mean to presume you have a difficult life. It's just... I wave a hand. No worries at all. You're right that it does sound idyllic. But we're not here to compare your life with mine. I'm just learning about you today. She nods, looking a bit relieved, and I feel slight tightness in my chest. I'm sure she has difficulties in her life, but hearing her speak about being provided for so unhappily is hard. So let's get back to you. I saw in your file that you host an interview show, so what's it like? Florence's eyes light up and she smiles a bit. How nice of you to ask. It's not a terribly exciting hobby, but it brings me a lot of joy. I very much enjoy meeting guests and getting to know them. I suppose it's a bit similar to your work in some ways. Welcome into Celis. I think that's a failure. I'm sorry. Oh man, you're not gonna get very far with a 4. I would agree. I don't know if you find this to be the case too, but sometimes it feels like my clients learn a bit about themselves from this process as well. Florence nods slowly. Yes, I think so. Sometimes I think it's also about what truths are hinted or simply left unsaid. Truth of the heart that feel too dangerous to speak outright. Oh, okay. Welcome in. Thank you also for watering the cacti. Yes, I say it quietly, watching her, but she doesn't meet my gaze, leaving her exact expression unknowable. What's the name of your show, by the way? Florence looks down, clearly a bit flustered. Oh, it's just a small thing. I'm sure you haven't heard of it. I wait, leaving space for her to speak. It's called Song for a Lark. I freeze and blink at her, momentarily dropping my brain to the floor. Jin? I haven't heard of it. My friends won't stop talking about it. Oh, I'm sorry to have caused you trouble. I waved my hands, dispelling an apology. No, the fault is mine for overreacting. I just didn't realize you were a celebrity. She laughed, blushing slightly. I almost dropped my brain again. Chin is so down bad right now. I'm not at all, but thanks for the compliment. The show is my personal hobby, in which I trifle and delight. It pleases me to hear it amuses your friends to the point of enthusiasm. Song for a Lark is an audio show. My friends are always going on about how amazing and talented the host is. They would die if I told them I spent time chatting with her. Do you have any plans for after the procedure? No, I was just going to take some time to rest at home. There's a dinner party this weekend, but that's all. I take a moment to check my notes. I've covered all that required questions. Baron told me to be careful. Might be best to wrap things up quickly so I don't have more time to embarrass myself. Thank you for answering my questions. It's time to make my recommendation. I looked down my notes detailing the facts I collected into the silhouette of Florence. You'll be making your recommendation now? Yes. I need to save another... Okay. It's good money. I'm worried about her, though. On one hand... Oh, God! See, this is my thing. She's doing it because it's trending. I should have asked more about uniqueness, but I was afraid of offending her. But I should have. Because I feel like if we ruin her voice... And she's an audio show host... But she's just doing it for the trend. I need to save my rabbit. It's fine. Recommend the procedure. I think we're good to move forward with the procedure. You're certain that's for the best? Oh, on further thought, it might not be. I don't recommend... I don't understand. Why not? Your voice is important to your show. Aren't you worried there might be a negative impact if you changed how you sound? If my viewers are fickle enough to leave because I sound different, then their opinions don't matter to me. If it hurts my show, so be it. Making the show is an only amusing pastime in any case. I think it's clear how much you love Song for a Lark. That doesn't change the fact that I'm uninterested in the whims of fickle listeners. Have you considered that for your reasons from very, very surface level, since you're getting an irreversible procedure just to follow a trend? I can follow trends if I want to. There's nothing wrong with that if it makes me happy. Will it really make you happy? Of course. Alright, but I have a strong feeling you're getting the procedure would be a mistake. There's nothing that I say will convince you otherwise. Is this really what you want? Florence pauses for a moment before speaking. Yes. Why do you want to change your voice? We've been over this. I need an appropriate voice in order to avoid disparaging my family. I've grown weary of arguing with you. Please just let me know if you'll be recommending the procedure if I need to take my business elsewhere. I feel like I shouldn't. But if this is what she wants, then fine. I can't change her mind. I don't think she'll be happy. I don't. And Baron's gonna yell at me because he told me that I should, make him happy, but... Fine then. You'll recommend the procedure? I nod and open the registration page. We can book you for tomorrow if that works for you. Yes, that's fine. We'll see you then. You'll be here to meet with me? Do you want me to be? No, it's fine. I'm sure you're busy with other things. I'll be there. Thank you. Now, in terms of voice you're looking for... Oh, I recommended all the mods in the demo. Florence explains what kind of voice she needs, which modifications she'd like to achieve it. I suggest a plan that fits her goals, and she agrees to it quickly. Watching her as I explain what we'll be doing, I wondered if she's really listening. Baron will probably be upset if he hears that I didn't push some other mods. I think we should have a singing voice. And Phinears to... I think Phinears would be cool. UV seeing eyes? I don't think she needs that. Hopefully this is okay. If you don't mind, I'd like to talk to you about a few more mods. Sure, go ahead. I'll send the options to the tablet near for you to see me talking about them. Alright. What about a singing voice? Since we're already changing your voice, what would you think about adding singing range to it? That way you can sing on your show. You can add a portion where you sing on your show, or sing your own intro. My audio show? I'm not sure that fits it well. Okay. Damn. Ah! Have you thought about modifying your ears? Have some fin ears that you might like. They'll be fashionable. Modded ears are very in style currently. They're part of a new trend. I would say so. Then I would be interested, yes. So she's just interested in trends, not about herself. Glad to hear. That's enough cross-selling. I don't want to push Florence too much. I walk her over to Dr. Soul and wait while she has the physical. Soul gives the go-ahead and Florence pays her deposit. She turns to me with a final smile. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. And with that, the siren is gone, along with all her glittering splendor. I grab some paperwork to finish my notes on Florence and decide to stay and work in the lobby. After getting through about half, I hear the swish of the front door opening and notice Ocean walking in. Hey, Jen. Back again, I see. Here for the procedure? Yeah. Dr. Soul has a lot of experience. You're in good hands. I'm sure. Do I just wait here, or... Oh yeah, she'll come get you when she's ready. I'll let her know you're here. Alright, cool. I type a quick message to Soul saying Ocean's here. Are you excited for your trip? Yeah, I'm leaving the day after tomorrow. Glad to hear it. Just then, Soul steps out from surgery. Hello, Ocean. If you're ready, you can follow me. Ocean offers me a smile and follows after Soul. Soul nods to me before closing the door behind them both. I head back to my office with a lingering smile. It's nice seeing how happy Ocean is, and it doesn't hurt that they'll be paying the rest of their fee today. When I get home, I notice Nibbles hasn't eaten today. I pull her into my lap and run a hand along her ears and count my breaths. I offer her some kale and feel a bit relieved when she starts chewing on its corner. I glance at the stack of boxes awaiting unpacking, and fatigue preemptively settles on my shoulder. I pull out kitchen appliances I have no room for and half-heartedly squeeze them onto my limited counter space. A lot of them end up beneath the kitchen table. I sigh. Another reason it'll be some time before I have guests. I decide to get to bed early, feeling restless and wanting the day to be done with. Okay. We're only 6,000 away. We're getting so close to Nibbles. Alright. I turn off my phone and drop it on the bedside table face down. Florence smile hides my thought as I wrestle with sleep. I can't help but feeling that there's something I missed. I should have pushed more on the uniqueness, I think. I think that's what I was missing. I think I was like... the radio show I thought would be a good angle, but like that's just a diversion for her. I should push more on the family and like the need to follow trends. I don't think I should have recommended. I feel bad. I wake up at 3 in the morning with a start, breath shaking. I try to lie back down and relax, but I can hear my blood rushing in my ears. My fingers twitch and my legs don't want to settle. I sit up and try to think of a way to distracting myself. I don't get much more sleep than that night. My alarm goes off and I turn it off, already awake, halfway through making coffee. I sigh. It's going to be a long day. I get in the work and notice Florence sitting in the reception. She seems to be wrapped in her thoughts. I told her that I would meet with her before the appointment. I pause and watch for a moment. She still hasn't noticed my hair. A slight stiffness radiates through her posture. I turn slightly and begin walking towards her. She looks up as I approach. Hi, Jen. Hey, how are you doing? Well, thank you. Are you off to see a client? Yeah, Samir, welcome in. No, I only have a lot of paperwork. I'm too short for this. Thank you for the Padaroo redeem. I released the creature. Oh man, you know what? Since I'm facing it, I'm gonna be in this corner. I'm gonna be a little creature in this corner over here instead. No, my hat is too big though. Can I do it? Okay, there we go. No, I only have paperwork to look after today. Then please don't let me keep you. I've got time if you'd like to talk for a bit. That would be nice, thank you. How is your family? They are well, thank you. How is the Song for Lark doing? I had to take a break, what with the procedure and needing rest afterwards, but I look forward to returning to it soon. I hear footsteps and look over to see Sol leaving your office. Everything is ready now if you'd like to follow me. Florence stands. I'll be right there. She turns back to me. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me a bit, Jen. I'll see you around. She turns and starts heading to the surgery. Sol stays for long enough to shoot me a raised eyebrow before leaving as well. I hear the door close behind the two of them with a soft click. I walk to my office feeling uneasy. Something in Florence's demeanor felt different today. I take a seat, busy myself with paperwork. Some of my fatigue fades with coffee and lunch, and the paperwork feels a little less unpleasant after that. Towards the end of the day, I can feel my anxiety racing in my chest. No clients came in today. I'm not sure that I can save enough money if there's another day like this. Finally, the clock ticks over to leaving time, and I put the paperwork away with a sigh. I can't wait to get home. I take a final glance over my office and make sure I'm not forgetting anything, and head out for the day. I'm surprised to see Ocean waiting for me in the lobby. Hey, you got a minute? Yeah, sure, what's up? Just wanted to let you know how the procedure went. What do you think? Everything you wanted? Yeah, I feel happier, more peaceful, and complete. Everything finally feels like it's in place. Enjoying the extra mods and the additional mods you got? You liking the two? Yeah, they're pretty good. You're leaving for their trip tomorrow, right? Yeah, I'm really excited. I take a moment to check the time. If I leave now, I'll make it home in time for tonight's rerun of Daffodil's Petals Falling Gently in the Swirling Sky. No, we don't need to, like, watch the show. We can talk more. I can catch up on the episode this weekend. How have you been doing? You know what they say, new eyes, same ravens. Ocean nods. Isn't that always the case? Are you still interested in trying Mushroom Tree? Yeah, I'd love to. I know a good cafe in the middle lowers that stock mushroom tea if you're free now. You know what? Sure. Yeah, that sounds great. Great, follow me then. Ocean turns and leads the way to the cafe. I get back from the cafe feeling more relaxed than I have in a while. I slide the tea they gave me into the cupboard with a smile. There's a slight rustling and I look over to see Nibbles. She seems more lively than usual. I'm gonna check on Nibbles. Nibbles moves towards me as I approach her cave. She has eaten a lot more of her food today and I feel incredibly relieved. I open the door of her cage. Nibble hops over. She butts me gently with her head and I smile, running a hand over her ears. I'm gonna take a moment for myself. I take a moment to remember my time with Ocean. I feel like we could be friends and the thought makes me happy. I put in the load of laundry and get started on the dishes as it runs. Trying to keep my cleaning momentum, I start on Nibbles' cage next. She watches me intently and I give her a little scritch as I finish up. The fatigue I've been ignoring settles on my shoulders. I look at the banking app while I can still keep my eyes open. We're just 5,000 away, guys. I whisper goodnight and pull to Nibbles and pull a blanket around me. Okay. That was not a bad demo. Okay, please leave us a review letting us know what you think. We love to hear your feedback. Best way to support is by wishlisting on Steam. Okay. Oop, I'm not going to show all that. Thank you. We're going to quit. Let me be ready to... See, look at their dogs! Quality is really the price. There's still a lot of recruiting and improving. Willish helps us. Okay. We're gonna quit to menu for now. I think it's a really cute game, honestly. I really enjoy it. I'm really actually considering buying the full thing. Cause I feel like there's so much to this game. I think I fucked up though. I think I messed up. I think I messed up a lot with with the girl. I don't think I should have recommended those mods. I'm gonna be honest. I think I should have let her not have those modifications. Um, but oh god, I'm really intrigued about where it goes from here. I feel like you can make friends with a lot of the people that you assist, and I really like the narrative that you get by like interviewing everybody. It's gonna be great. It's weird, right? Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy the full game. Let's go back to the chatting screen for a bit. Okay, I'm quit to the desktop. I need a. There we go. I'm still in my Petaru form for now. For the Christmas. Let me see if I can grab the trailer for their other game. Because I want to show it to you guys. I think it was really cool. Okay. How are y'all feeling? How are you guys doing? Okay. This is... Yeah. Oh, don't play that. I want to download that. No, I don't download that. Okay. I'll play the announcement trailer. But... Creatura. Welcome in, Snom. Let me show you guys the trailer for their other game. Hold on. Because I saw it and I'm really hoping that they're able to get me a demo key for it, because I'm so enamored by the watercolor look to it. Okay. Ophir's sonnet has been shut in for months. Today, Ophir opens the door to the room. They fumble on Ophir's scrap of paper. Forever an ink speaks a page of steady strokes. Like, I like that it's so pretty with the soft colors. And apparently you're a scientist that just wants to do your work, but everybody's like, hey, you should leave your house. I'm making a monster. So that's their other game that they have. Do not look at my recommendations. I don't want to talk about it. Let me also do not look at that actually. Let me go back. Ah. This is a disaster. All right. But yeah, that was such a good game. So I definitely recommend the Quality Dreams, reasonably priced. I'm really intrigued on where it goes. I almost want to like play through it again and see like what we do if we make different choices. I was very brown nosy in it. 18, that's a success. You got it. Good job. Let me see, where is... Because we could probably do another game today. Second roll for more Kian freestyle art. Damn, now I might need to do it. Listen, okay, listen. That was my indulgence. That was my indulgence art. I was like, man, I want to get something to treat myself. And that's what I did to treat myself. But it'll be a while before I can get more Freestar Kian, right? Maybe I need to be the Freestar Kian artist I want to see in the world. And actually just do it myself. You know what? We could also try another cozy game. Okay. Okay, let me show you the trailer for this while I download the game. So we're gonna try Irene the Window because it was also on my list to do, and I'm intrigued. All right, hold on. Damn, I will fund this indulgence myself. Listen, you don't have to. It's fine. I will eventually be able to fund it. Maybe. Who knows? Or I draw it myself. Who knows? I would love more Freestar Kian art. I also like realize I probably should get more art of my other D&D characters, but Freestar. Freestar's the only one in a romance right now, so you know what? It works out. Okay. Alright. Puts on Infinity Gauntlet. Okay. Let me show you the trailer for this. And I'm gonna change the title soon. So this is the other game I'm going to be playing.
Remember the time I went into the mountains? Back then, before it all began. Hey.
Ah, so I guess you do stuff in real life tasks. Interesting. Hopefully the demo doesn't have a lot of real life tasks we have to do, but it promises like stuff to help you self-care. Oh my god, touching grass. Irene the Window. So this is another one of those choose wisely fest games. So let me change my stream title real quick. Okay. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm gonna launch the demo. Hopefully the demo doesn't tell me to go outside and touch grass, because I am, it's cold. It's cold outside, actually. Okay. So this is by The Right Words. Okay, let me back over here, little creature. Okay. Oh, you're one of those. Okay, preferences. We're gonna do windowed. Oh my god, stop looking at the Freestar Kian art. Don't worry about it. Don't look at it. Sorry, let me make adjustments. I thought the demo of the other game was going to take me longer, and it turns out I didn't need as much time as I thought. Okay, there we go. Skip new text after choices. I don't think we need to do any of that. Okay. Hopefully, I'm gonna turn down some volume sliders. Hopefully everything looks good. Okay. Alright. Let me also... Okay. Finished the demo. By White Words Games. Okay. All right. Done postings. All right. New game. Day 1. Oh. Oh, that was fast. I didn't mean to answer the call so fast.
You're not smiling. Smile.
Okay.
Or what? You're not happy to see me?
No, I'm happy to see you, baby girl. It's fine.
You do realize we're on a video call, right? I can see everything through the camera. I'm waiting.
Like... Here, I'm smiling. Better? Better, and
Hey.
now...
Thanks
Hey.
for picking up. Thanks for picking up.
Okay.
It's so boring here, I'm going mental. So I decided to message you.
I like the, like, painted style. Has good texture to it.
How long has it been since we last talked? 3 years? 4? Feels like those years never happened.
Is the voice too low? I feel like the voice is too low. Let me turn up her voice.
It's the same for you too, right?
I got the weird feeling we don't even know each other.
I see. What
Oh,
about, well, let's get to know each other again then. I'm Irene,
she's cute.
and I know way more about you than you do about me.
That's scary. By the way, what do you like to be called these days? In college, I remember everyone called you genius for some reason. What about now? Freestar. Nice to meet you again, Freestar. I thought a lot about you these last years. Ooh, have you? I didn't write, obviously. You know how it is. Are you working anywhere right now? I am not like other girls. I don't work an office job. I wish I was working from home. I'm studying. I'm not working. Why? Yes, in an office like everyone. You sound like you're apologizing. I can never understand how people work from home. Wake up on their own, sit in front of the screen all day, alone, in slippers with a bird nest for hair. Hey, I would kill to have that job. I don't want to knock on work from home people. If I didn't have to commute every day and my job literally worked like that, it doesn't. But if it did, I wouldn't mind working from home. And now I'm in exactly that situation, only worse, I'm not working. So honestly, I was hoping you're unemployed too and could give me some tips. I never had it like this before, where I don't have to get up early every day and do something. School, then college, and work, then more work. I was always busy. Oh, the creature is being contained again, hold on. Let me put on my shirt. You think it would keep me loaded with my shirt on, but apparently not. So we're gonna go cozier. We're gonna go long hair. Okay. Now I'm lying here, not owing anyone anything. What do people do when they have nothing to do? Watch movies, read books, scroll social media. Social media, huh? That's how I've been rotting the last... Never mind. And books, I think I've got one on my tablet. When was the last time I read a novel? I could try it now. Thanks for the tip. Listen, Freestar. Is it okay if I ask you to do things from time to time? Little things, short and simple. It won't be hard for you, and it'll make me less bored here. The main thing to do in real life, not to pretend, not with a mouse on a screen or a finger on a phone, but for real, it matters, okay? What kind of things? Are you working on a business by any chance now? You're pushing the negotiation line like something crazy. Like I promised, nothing difficult. Grab a pen and a piece of paper. Do you have them handy? Anything you can write with them will do. Okay. Irene's lucky, because I always have my handy dandy notebook nearby, because I take notes for D&D. Or I used to be really good at taking notes for D&D, and then I kind of fell out of the habit because I would just, like, be playing, and then when I'm not playing, I'm, hanging out waiting for my turn. Alright, I'm gonna eat a smart seat. Here are all my pens. What color should we do? What color is good for Irene? You have a lot of blues on screen, Irene. We'll do a blue pen. Okay. Pen and notebook, paper, pencil and paper. I've got it. Great. Then here's my first task. Remember who you dreamed of becoming as a kid when you grew up, but didn't? Or what you dreamed of doing, but never did? I used to be an astronaut, a doctor, a firefighter, now a CEO, a rapper, an influencer. There, remember and write it down. Just one thing and no more. Okay. Everybody get your pen and paper. Get your pen and paper out, okay? When I was little... The thing is... well... No. When I was little, I wanted to be a veterinarian. I did not go that route. I wanted to. I thought I would work with animals because I like animals. And it wasn't even that like, oh, I couldn't hurt them or I couldn't work with them or whatever. It was that you had to specialize as a veterinarian. Like, you have to choose like what path you want to go down, right? Like, do you want to work with zoo animals? Do you want to work with like farm animals? Do you want to work with pets? Because you can't just learn everything. You have to like focus your studies. And I was like, I just don't know which route I would go. And then ended up deciding to work with humans instead. All right. Wrote it down. Okay, I'm waiting. Are you done? Keep in mind, I can't really see what you're doing there. If you try and fool me and do nothing, well, don't do that. So are you done? Yeah, I wrote it down while we were talking about it. Sweet. Look at what you wrote again. Think about what it means to you. Now destroy that piece of paper. Rip it, burn it, whatever. Make it so it's no more. Are we killing our dreams? What? Okay, fine. It's becoming an ASMR stream. Okay. Well, I did it. Oh, was this supposed to be like, oh, you destroyed it so you give up on your dreams? I'm listening to you, girly. I mean, I found a new dream. Okay. What was that? Why? Because none of it is true. It's never going to happen. But it weighs on you every day, getting in the way of thinking about anything else. Maybe I'm not the target audience for that. But I guess it could make sense. Like if you had a dream and you just like ho-humming because you didn't get to do it. Every now and then you think, what if it works out? It won't. Even if it seems doable, so much time has passed, so it won't. Better to tear it all to shreds and move on, which we just did. I don't know if I agree with that. I think you can have dreams that you had in the past. It's not like you're like, oh, I need to do it. And I also don't think it's ever too late for that. Yeah, why is that? Haven't given up on the dream yet? I mean, yeah, I have, but I don't want to forget it. And does that memory give you? Does it make your life better? Yeah, because it shows me where I come from. Wow, first time I've heard that. So you're not fully living in the present, you're partially in those memories about things that didn't happen? Wow. Thinking about what didn't come true only makes it worse for me. Teach me that trick, will you? Just kidding. Alright, Freestar, let's hang up. I was so glad to see you. Want to get it again soon, if you want? Yeah, sure. Talk to you soon, then. Talk to you soon. Hey, you're still here? Go stretch your legs for 2 minutes tops. 2 minutes is enough time to brew some tea, for example. You know what? I'll do that to drink some water. Oh, interesting. I'm really intrigued to see where it goes. I don't know how well I'm going to do interacting with these things. The dream thing was weird to me. But maybe because I'm not like so much hanging on to it. I guess if I put an artist, but I'm also doing that. I think like I'm very much in the personal belief that if you have like certain dreams or certain aspirations, you can still kind of work for them, even if it's not like putting your full force into making them real, unless it's something that you like are desperate for. But I can also see your point of like, well, if you're hanging on to things from the past, it's just making you miserable. There's a balance between the shoulda, coulda, wouldas of the world and like looking fondly on how you used to think of things or trying to incorporate your dreams into the future. I'm technically supposed to stretch. Maybe if I stand around and walk around a bit. Hold on. I'm doing it, Irene. I'm stretching my legs. All my pets look at me like I'm crazy. Alright. Okay, I did it. I stretched my legs. Disconnecting. I think this is cozy in a way. I don't know if it's a good stream game, but it is cozy. All right. Day 2. Okay. What if we just decline?
Hey.
Hey, Freestar. You're kind of cute today. Thanks? Thanks? Is that right? I could totally say people have been telling you that a lot lately. 3 years ago, you were such a shy one. Listen, take a selfie to remember you by. Grin wine, snap yourself on the phone, and send it to me. Hi! Okay, where do I send it? Great. Write down my email. Actually, you know what? Forget it. Bad idea. Keep it for yourself. I can see you just fine oh, I think that's a misspell. Anyway, I'll see you again, I hope. You know what I thought after our last talk? I know so much about the current you know, what you do, what you like, even what you used to dream about. And you know nothing about me. Want to fix that today? Of course I do. Perfect. I'm in just the mood to get things off my chest today. When did we last see each other? Right at 3 years ago. You stayed in college and I left after third year to work. I've actually been working before that too. Then one day in summer after second year, I woke up with the thought, why keep studying? At work, everything was new and interesting, and at college... Did you graduate before you started working? Or did you bail too? Actually, whatever, not the point. Okay, girl, can I answer? So I dropped college and went full-time as a B2B PR person. It's like advertising, but you sell your services not to regular people, but to serious guys at other companies. No idea how they hired me for that position at 19. Okay, actually, I know. Ugh, this window is so drafty. Give me a sec. Hello? Balls. Didn't work. I'll sit like this. Okay, where was I? You were having trouble with the window? No, the window's fine. I just couldn't close it. Gotta call someone for that. In short, my then boyfriend got me the job. He was a department head. He met in Capoeira class. Did I tell you I did Capoeira for 4 years? Do you even know what that is? Okay, this is too funny. I know better than you, estúpida. Muy portugués, muito ruim. But don't tell me you know it better. Our scene is tiny. Everyone knows everyone. I haven't seen you there. But if you at least get what it is, if you can tell Martello from a negativa, that's already good. I did rhythmic gymnastics all through childhood, did I say? It was hell. When the all-girl company is a viper's nest, yep, that was it. Everyone wants to claw each other's eyes out, but you can't. Capoeira is the opposite. There you can hit each other, and we did, but without malice. And then we smiled and went for a tea break. A real gang of friends. You say I'm not touching that can of worms. You hitting people? I don't buy it. Believe me, I could have landed you in such a mea lua de cabasso. You wouldn't have liked it. But that was a while I was in shape. But yeah, Mark and I broke up, and I'm going to the same class as him became impossible, or so it felt. At the same company, too. Imagine working when your boss is your ex, so I left my job as well. And when you don't see friends and don't keep going places with them, they slowly drop off, and then... Listen, do you have a stuffed toy or animal or a human figurine nearby? Maybe a childhood favorite or not so favorite? You know what? Lucky for you, Irene. Oh, God. Hi, Asterix the Swift. Let me do squats. You couldn't have done this when I had the 2-minute break where I was supposed to stretch my legs? Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Nope, missed the break. You missed the break. Okay, Irene's lucky. I went to Build-A-Bear on Sunday. One of my friends had gotten an online exclusive axolotl plush. That's emo, dressed up like an emo kid, like a scene kid. It has the emo hair. And she invited me over to the mall on the weekend. She's like, hey, I bought this online and they didn't stuff the face and it looked horrible. The face was so funny because it was all crumpled up. And I was like, yeah, I'll join you. So me and Multi joined her. And then while we were there, Multi's like, oh, I'll get a Build-A-Bear for my niece. I'm like, okay. And then I saw that they had a Choco Cat there. They had a hot chocolate edition Choco Cat. And I was like, oh man. And then they had a sale for buy one, get one $15. So I went and got the hot chocolate edition Choco Cat. So instead of the black, it's like a brown, like a hot chocolate color. And then they have scent things now. It's been forever since I've been into a Build-A-Bear. but they have like a little scent pack now so that you can like rub it over them and like have that scent. So he smells like chocolate. So he's nearby my desk. I tried to show my dog, and my dog was like, "Oh, toy for me," and I was like, "No, not toy for you." So I have to be careful. So I have him like by my desk. I keep an eye on him. I can find a toy or figurine, but not from childhood. Doesn't matter. Probably even better, honestly. Does it have a name? Yes, it does. His name is Choco Cat. Oh. Huh. Choco Cat. Good name. Thanks. Sanrio came up with it. There should be more Choco Cat love. Never ventured to Build-A-Bear. It is overpriced. It's kind of really expensive, but I think the appeal is of like being able to dress them up. And like when you're a kid, it's exciting because it's like this is a child for a child kind of vibes, you know? So like yeah, my sister-in-law worked at one. I feel bad for the people that work on one, and it's really hard when you do the Build-A-Bears because like as an adult it looks sus as hell and you can't like say anything because a lot of like the stitching is like on their back or butts, so like you have to watch like this adult person like put the stuffed animals like and really jam it in there, and then you're around a bunch of children, so you have to be like very respectful. But I'm like, oh god, doesn't look great. I'm disappointed I can't get a full-size bear to Build-A-Bear. False advertising. Shaking my head. I know sometimes they have like they have really big plushes, not like full-size bears. Unfortunately, you do not have full-size bears. You know what? You're right. You cannot build an actual bear. You can only build it on. But they have giant plushies that they have because someone had a giant pom-pom purine that they bought at Build-A-Bear. Frankenstein would be disappointed. You know, even if Frankenstein could build a full...
Daniel_Beast1 joined the succulent
Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Yippee! Thank you for the prime sub. my 1 second dance break before copyright would have struck me. Frankenstein would have built a bear and then abandoned it in the woods and then be surprised when the bear came after him. Let's be honest. Frankenstein's a builder, but he is not good at taking care of his creations in a way. Good name. What, you thought I'd say it bad? There are no bad names. It's the soul that matters. Alright, let's say hello. Come on, show it here, right to the camera. I pretend I'm holding it up. You guys can't see it because I think this would be a better game to stream if I had a webcam instead of an anime girl. Do I have a, hold on. Sorry, I'm looking through. Okay, here's my Build-A-Bear. Irene, here's my plush. What do you think of him? This is definitely Choco Cat. Definitely. Hi, Choco Cat. It's nice to meet you. I'm Irene. Choco Cat is our new friend now. Mostly yours. I'm more like a friend of a friend. But Choco Cat and I are acquainted now. By the way, should I dress him as... should I dress him, her? It's a boy. Alright, nice to meet you again, Choco Cat. Now I'm curious how he feels, what he thinks about the weather and politics. Actually, no, screw politics. Why are you looking at me like that? I think I've totally lost it. You're fine. Is that the legendary criminal I've been seeing in the news? Yeah, the one that broke into the store and drank up all the alcohol. You're fine. You're weird. That's a compliment, by the way. Alright, fine. I've been here a long time, here in the hospital. Oh, this is a serious talk. I'm sorry. Not Choco Cat. I gotta put you away for now. Bye. Alone all day, doctors pop in now and then, and nurses do their treatments. To the point I've started making imaginary friends. Figured you'd like that too, for some reason. Bye, Choco Cat. Alone, where's your family? My dad drops by sometimes. My sister and I never really talk. And my mother pays for all this. Let's not get into it, okay? Still, I wanted to ask, is a friend like Choco Cat a toy better than none at all? I think it's better than none at all. A toy friend is better, oh no, that's bad. What am I gonna say? No, Choco Cat doesn't count. He's not a friend. Choco Cat is better. I'm not giving him to anyone. I think so too. We just met and I already like him. Remember how simple it was in college? You wake up, show to class, and boom, you got socialization friends and a lineup of crushes for every occasion. Except for the crushes part, that is kind of like true. The choices are weird. Some of the choices I'm like, I don't know about. We gotta be rude. Yeah. I like some of the choices are interesting, but she has some truth. I feel like it's a lot easier to make friends when you're in school and college, and I think it's just like the forced proximity and like just easier to schedule hangouts versus like when you're adult, scheduling a hangout is a nightmare. But I think I liked you back then. Why didn't you say anything? I don't know. I don't know if I could even now walk up and say, hey, you look great, let's hang out. Back then, even less so, I had zero experience. Actually, wait, I had some. 7th grade, a handsome boy from my class, blonde. I scraped together all the courage a 13-year-old has, ask him for a walk in the park. We sit on the bench, I kiss him first. Then he runs off in horror, never talks to me again. Can you imagine? Trauma for life, no kidding. I can be bold in anything else, but not this. Alright, Freestar, I'm off. Till next time, let's call each other again soon, okay? Just don't forget. And Choco Cat shouldn't forget either. Alright, talk to you soon. Talk to you soon. You're still in line? Let's meditate together. No, seriously. Oh, okay. Well.
Alright. This is new for me too, so let's figure it out together.
Interesting. We're gonna be meditating.
Sit on a chair with a straight back.
Okay.
Close your eyes. Focus on your body. Your feet on the floor. Your palms resting on your thighs.
I was not in the right position for this.
Find your breath in your body, but don't try to change its cadence. Just observe. Give yourself space to breathe. Keep part of your attention on the real, physical sensations of your body here and now. Recall something that got you upset recently. What happened? Who else was involved? If you feel overwhelmed, step back. Let go on these thoughts. Bring your attention back to your breathing or to your palms. When you feel better, return to the memories. Say to yourself, what happened, happened.
What happened, happened.
You labeled it as unpleasant, but in reality, it simply took place. And that's all.
Okay.
Everything else is just our thoughts about it. We're thinking about it, but it's already over. We remember the emotions that still show up in the body even though the situation is in the past. And we let them go. We don't need to make an effort to fight them. As soon as we bring attention to a part of the body, it starts to relax. Because the body is always connected to the present moment. Right now there is no danger. We've just separated stress into 3 parts. The situation itself, which is simply a fact. Our thoughts about it, which are subjective and not real, and don't need to be believed blindly. And our emotions, which can still flow through us even though the situation is already gone. We create distance from both the thoughts and the emotions, because right now we are in a different state, in different circumstances. With the next exhale, send your breath down to your feet. When you're ready, notice the light behind your closed eyelids, the sounds in the room around you, and open your eyes.
Nice little meditation. Okay. That's a nice little relaxing time. It's going to make us touch grass. I cannot touch grass. It's so cold outside. God, you can decline. I think that would be so mean, though. Oh?
Hey.
Oh. Yeah, you look different. Really? And you're the same as a few days ago. But over 3 years, yeah, you've grown up a little. And hey to you, Choco Cat, did you sleep well today? You say that like we slept together. Why not? As friends, of course. Okay. Hope there isn't a sad ending to this. Considering she's in a hospital room, I don't know. At least I hope so. I slept great too. It's so fresh here today, so free. I left the window open overnight and ended up catching a cold. Oh no! Irene! It was totally worth it though. I don't know about that. Listen, you said you worked, but I didn't ask doing what. Wait, don't tell me. I'll take a guess, and if you say it's hot or cold. Let me guess, you work for an online service, social assistant to homeless cat. It's so ice cold. I'm coping, yeah. For real, shame. I kind of hope for a cat-loving IT person. If it's none of the 3, you're an accountant in a company that builds housing for officials. How about that? Still just cold. Balls. No, seriously, not a cat-loving IT wizard, not an accountant builder. What are you? Do you even work? Yeah. Mysterious worker of unclear specialization, but definitely something secret. You'll be a secret agent then. I've decided. Let's move on. Bitch, you're not gonna ask me where I work? I'm not gonna be able to tell you just because I don't work in IT? Honestly, all this was a super long prelude. Actually, I spent all yesterday thinking about how people choose what to do. How did you choose? It's both what I like and what I studied for. And what pays. It's what I studied for. Looks like you studied well. Definitely better than me. But you study, someone chooses to do that, and you talk like it wasn't you. I wasn't young and dumb. I think I made a very smart decision on how I chose. It was me back then, young and dumb. So you, but not you. Funny. And good that you separate them. That's exactly what I've been thinking about nonstop lately. That we live life we didn't choose. Our mom, dad, boss, our yesterday idea of happiness, but not us. And we act like it's fine. We suffer, we complain, but change nothing. Changing seems harder than swallowing your own tears and moving on. Changing really is harder. You're right. But only in the moment. Swallowing tears your whole life takes a lot of strength, I guess. I, for one, was too late to realize I wasn't quite living my own life. When I didn't join the Buddhist monastery, but it was something close. Mark promised to take me on a trip around the world. All the years we dated, he kept promising. And when we broke up, it hit me. No one's taking me anywhere. If I want to go, I had to go myself. I went. Not around the world, but my plans were so grand you wouldn't believe it. I only made it to 2 countries. If you could go to only two, no one place before you die, where would you go? Bright and fun, unusual and interesting, calm and comfortable, or wouldn't go anywhere. I would go somewhere bright and fun. To party, basically. I get it. Not to party, but just to have fun. Though I've invited you to all kinds of parties in my life, and it's never quite it. That feeling like you're 5 and someone's taking you to an amusement park for the first time. Cotton candy and all. I never had it. No idea why that's what I was waiting for, but I was, and I was disappointed it wasn't coming. But anyway, when I picked where to travel, I didn't even look at party places. I wanted to see something I've never seen. In the end, I only made it to Bangladesh and Kyrgyzstan. By that reaction, I'm telling you, it was supposed to be something unusual, incredible. But yeah, I get it. Sounds wild. Why those? At first, I really planned a world trip. All hyped up, I decided to head straight to the middle of nowhere. And with that in mind, I stumbled across an article about Bangladesh, the golden waters of the Ganges, mangroves, old monasteries, mosques, all that. So yeah, all that was there, but what stuck me was something else. The people? Yeah. I traveled very little in my lifetime, but I think I've got the gist. The main reason to go anywhere at all is the people. The problem is, you have no idea who you'll meet there, or where. Who you'll meet or where. You can't plan that. On my second trip, I realized that especially well, but even on the first one, there were plenty of interesting encounters. There was a colorful, strong-smelling, scowling crowds hurrying in their scowling business. There was nameless street artists painting unbelievable pieces on a pillar under an overpass, so absorbed he didn't notice me for 20 minutes. There were those who robbed me in Dhaka 2 days before my flight home. They took my phone, cash card, everything. And there was the Hakim, the taxi driver, who took me to his home, sat me down for dinner with his family, and gave me a free ride to the hotel and to the airport on departure day. So yeah, after that I had my fill of the planet's farthest corners. Next time I picked somewhere simpler, but not quite super tourist route. So pretty. So Kyrgyzstan? I don't know. Have you seen their mountains? No, first time I'm hearing of it. Do yourself a favor, look it up. It's something else. And the best part, you literally land on the capital, and the beauty's right there on the horizon. Then about an hour's drive out of the city, it gets absolutely insane. But you know, on the trip, the views weren't the main thing. Not even the people. The people in Kyrgyz, stop making me say it, are great. The main thing was Faina, the woman I met there, my ideal woman. Not in that sense, but you like her, everyone does. She was about 50, and from what I gather, she worked as a guide her whole life, there and in other countries. She knew a of every pebble, every shrub, and she wasn't even local. As well as every story tied to those pebbles and shrubs. So many beautiful legends, young heroes made in tears, all that. They aren't holding back, they really aren't. But okay, that's not even why I remember her. She didn't answer to any question about life, relationships, everything. A calm, wise answer that leaves you knowing what's right and not blaming anyone, not even yourself. Have you met people like that? I've known some. Cool, I hope you remember to get their contacts. Because I didn't, like the idiot I am. You know what's most interesting? I have traveled together for 5 days, a grand tour around Lake Sisiko, and the day's trip, hotel stops, and so on. And in that time, I think we became friends. Only I never really asked her about things. I'm not used to this kind of talking. I listened to how Faima talked to others, and it helped me better understand what was happening with me. There's another woman too, an athlete of some kind. The way she went off the cliff. She went off. Oh, God. Where did I come with cliff? Why did I think like she was coming off? Okay. The way she went on and off with her husband, that was crazy. They fought every day, even got physical. Then she bring him a soup in a jar in the hospital. He got discharged, and it all started again. I don't remember exactly what Faina told her, but basically the woman said she and her ex were made for each other. And Faina said, maybe that's true, but then you two are good people. But then you are two good people made to torture each other, and that doesn't add up. Honestly, Faina spits facts. I don't know what happened to that woman later, but I think she understood something. I definitely did. But why didn't I exchange contacts with Fina? I'm still kicking myself for that. No, I remember why. I had to rush home, stressed out with the news. Still can't forgive myself for not talking to her one last time, for not asking her number. And now I don't even know how to look for her. Search for tour guide Fina? And what would I say to her? And how to not scare her off like the others? She would understand. If she's wise and you can talk to her, I think she would understand. True. I was just telling you how wise and understanding she is. See? Exactly. And immediately started doubting it. I'll look for her. And you can too. If you find her, let me know. Wait, I forgot the main thing. Remember you told me to read something last time? I decided to try. My friend Kate sends me one back that we were still talking. When we were still talking. It's called The Coils of Fate by Arlette T. Gibbons. It's fantasy. Chick lit of some kind, I guess. I'm not an expert. Actually, no, it's definitely for girls. Some of those descriptions, I am so tired of sorry, this is, I don't, no, I'm not going to get into this rant because I will rant about how tired I am of spicy romance. I don't know if I recommend it to you, but I started it yesterday and I seriously can't put it down. Want me to tell you what it's about? Of course. Great, okay, where do I start? First, we meet the main characters, the snake people. As I get it, they're snakes, but they walk upright with tails, but also have arms, and at the same time, they're people. Do you think authors usually picture what they're writing? They should. On one hand, yeah. On the other hand, if Arlette T. Gibbons pictured it clearly, why didn't she share it with us? Honestly? Yeah. 10 out of 10 art, honestly. Can you imagine the snake people are just snakes with arms? Anyways, a group of snake people is moving through a secret pass between the gloomy mountains. Their leader, Ophian, wants to slip into the heart of the enemy state and take out its evil ruler and end the war. But they get ambushed in a narrow gorge, and Ophian's sister in arms, Shira, is almost killed. Shira's our protagonist girl, by the way. Ophian saves her, kills the attacker, and takes his power. In this world, when you kill an enemy, you take all their power, even their memories. Shira finds Ophian intriguing. He's so strong and untouchable, but he seems to not care about her. In his right hand, the seductive Lilith says Shira's a weakling, and she doesn't know how she even got into their elite squad. Restart, did I dump too much at you once? Are you still following? Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, it's like, it is almost like a TikTok drama. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Great, from looking on your face, I thought you were about to pass out. So they move on and spot a patrol that absolutely can't be allowed to get away and warn the villain. This time, Ophian decides to set the ambush himself, tells the squad to split up, and goes alone to fight a whole group of enemies. Shira fears he won't be able to handle it and follows him. He really is struggling, and Shira decides to help. But she's so clumsy, she falls off a cliff right into the most dangerous enemy and kills him on the spot. Ophian deals with the rest and he helps her up. For a second, he feels like a spark flashed between them. But immediately says if Shira disobeys an order again, he'll execute her himself and take her XP, and she'll respawn at the checkpoint. What? Why is this a video game now? Why is this a video game? Turns out, all that was happening was an online game. Some super advanced one with VR goggles and full body haptic suits. All the works. Quite the plot twist. I feel like I've seen... I feel like I've seen this somewhere. In another book? In a movie? I haven't kept up, so who knows. Maybe that's exactly why it's fun for me to read. It feels like it should be. Like, I feel like I've seen it before. Listen, you should read a book too. At least start one. Tell me what you like and what you didn't. I'm telling this and thinking maybe listening is even more fun than reading. I'm definitely into it. I'm already reading something. Nice. Next time we'll talk about your book. Right now I'm really wanting to finish my spiel about Coils of Fate. So the squad goes to... She's still going! So the squad goes to sleep, the heroine locks out, and we meet her in real life. Her name is Chelsea. She's an ordinary girl who works at a pet store. Huh, just a thought. There are snakes in the game and there are snakes in the pet shop. Could they be connected somehow? Whatever. So Chelsea's an ordinary girl leading an ordinary life. She didn't have anything special going on until this game showed up. She's got a boyfriend too, a lawyer named Actually, I wrote all the names down so I wouldn't get lost. Let me open the file. One sec. Balls. I messed it all up, didn't I? Can you see me? I can only see part of your face. Figures. Balls. Balls. Let's hang up. This won't do. Next time I'll fix everything. It'll be fine. Maybe finish the story. Okay, yeah, she got a boyfriend. I don't remember his name, but he's a lawyer. And they're kind of fine, but this dude, there's not an ounce of romance in him at all. He's way too pragmatic about everything. And he says he's just kind of person he is, but Chelsea can't shake the feeling he doesn't love her. More like he sees her as... No, sorry, I can't. I need to disconnect. I don't feel well. Let's talk next time. You'll call me next time, right? What's wrong with you? Nothing special. Nothing. Call me later. Bye. Okay, girly. Sorry again. I'm off. You better do the same. Take a minute to relax. In a minute, you think you can, I don't know, think of something? See you. Alright. Go offline for a minute. I need to drink some water anyways. She's kind of an emotional roller coaster. I feel like I'm getting whiplash every 5 seconds. God. But it's a nice, like, little relaxing thing. I think if I, like, was in kind of a more unstable mental state, I probably would like this to, like, really work on disconnecting and feeling better. But even so, like, it's a nice little cozy experience. I'm a little concerned it's gonna be sad. It'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. God. Day 4. I don't know how many days the demo is. You figured it out already, haven't you? Oh. Well, speaking of which, that's how long the demo is. And then maybe play again? Okay. Interesting. It's a cute little game. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, like, it's a nice cozy time. But then she lives again. Hello, Yuto. Good ending? Yeah. Nam. I think there's more to it. I think, like, as we get along further, she'll task us to actually do more things. I feel like it's more of a cozy offline game than it is a stream game, I'm gonna be honest. Which isn't bad. Like, I think if I was looking for something to, like, help guide me, like, with, like, a little bit more self-help and stuff like that, it'd be a nice cozy game to do. But it's a good ending spot. And speaking of ending spot, I know this is a little bit shorter of a stream. Usually I try and go for 3 hours. But I need to sleep more. And also I need to do some chores before I go to bed. So thank you all for joining me. I think what we're gonna do is, let me go back to the chatting screen. Oop, what? No. Don't go there. Yeah, you guys don't need to see my background. Okay, anyways. 15, not a success. Well, 15 is a success. 6 isn't. 12 is okay. Alright. Thank you everybody for joining me. I super duper appreciate it. I think we will raid into... Let's raid into Yuzuki. I think Yuzuki would be a good choice. We're gonna raid into Yuzuki. Raid Yuzuki Ayo. Thank you everybody for joining me. I have to look through my games and see which ones I'm gonna play tomorrow. No, not a real nat 20. Unfortunately not. But I thank you everybody for joining me and checking out these amazing games. I hope that you guys have a very good night. Stay cozy, stay safe. We'll probably, you know what? There's like a VTuber murder mystery one. I think that's the one we'll do tomorrow. So until tomorrow, have a good night. Check out a lot of the other people doing the Choose Wisely Fest. Bye. Wait, who? Okay, bye, Rita. Bye, hopefully you still make it to the right. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.